kind of weird. I feel like I'm in a dream that I have a store with my shoes here, and that I'm having my very own launch party, so it's a bit mad. I'm delighted, like.
Barbara Bennett is really having a moment right now. She's got a gorgeous aesthetic. It's very different. It kind of has a bit of a 60s influence. Her kind of flowery kind of colours. They're very bright, they're very happy, they're very cool. And she's definitely one to watch.
So I take like an ordinary white pair of trainers and turn them into like something cool, fun, colourful. Bespoke hand-painted runners. Everyone's kind of getting into the runners now. Like I didn't care about runners at all, I'd say like 5 or 6 years ago. They can be resold up to like 500% or something like that. Like you buy them for 100 and then they're up in like the thousands, some of the pairs. It's crazy. This is Mojo, my little intern. Next week, the Dublin Sneaker Convention is taking place. It'll be good for me, I think, to get my name out there. It'd be nice to meet with all the other sneakerheads and see what everyone's like copping on their feet. Because they're hand-painted, you know, each one needs tender love and care. You can't just splash on a pattern. Like I want them to stand out, like, you know, the Burberry pattern or like the Louis Vuitton. I want them to be instantly recognizable. I want them to be a Barbara Bennett.
It's going good today. There's a huge crowd. Yeah, people seem to be picking them up and being like, wow, this is cool. Nike's obviously huge today. Like if you look everywhere, I'd say it's like 90% Nike, and then maybe like Adidas. They're really cool, really comfy, and they come in like a few different colorways as well. Then you have like the Nike like Dunks and Jordans. They're really popular. Didn't realize there was this many like sneaker resellers and stuff. Like I thought there was only like a couple, but there's so many people in there. They're all from different parts of Ireland as well. Like
We have a little group chat on Instagram with all the vendors. It's basically all lads, so for me, I think it's great that I'm the only female, or one of the only females. But I've had no like downfalls or anything from it. Like for me, it has only worked in my favour, which is great.
I see Barbara in the next 5 years having her own fashion label. Hopefully a bit streetwear, you know, kind of runs in with what she's kind of doing at the moment. Collaborating with loads of great people, musicians, celebrities. I think it was really important for her to get that international kind of collaboration with Love Shack Fancy. They're an international brand, they're on Rodeo Drive, she's been in Brown Thomas, she's just on her way up and she just seems to be growing and growing. And this is kind of really amazing as well, because to do this in 2 years, like during the pandemic, it's like amazing that someone had got that idea and just pushed it really far. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what she's gonna do.
So we're back home at my granny's house in Galway. The garden was a huge inspiration when I started setting up my shoemaking business, so it's good to come back here and reminisce. Oh yeah, this one's nice.
As you can see, she was a little bit of a devil. She always loved colour and she always loved flowers. And she'd only be in the door when she was out running around the garden. We had a big garden.
I remember all these petunias being here, and that's what inspired my first pair for the Brown Thomas collection. You know, my cream pair. Yeah, it was a huge inspiration in your garden.
Well, I was proud as punch of her, and I'm always so thrilled in the shop when people come in and say, "Is Barbara your grandchild?" And I say, "Yes." I said, "I'm thrilled." And they always speak so nicely about her. I always felt you very arty.
Yeah.
You know, you always came up and I'd say, "Oh, Sacred Heart, look what you put with that." You have something there in the back of your mind. Be different.
Yeah.
There's too much of the sameness around. So I think what you're doing is so different. And that's what people want. They want to be different.
Thanks, Granny. So we're having our big shoe launch tonight. So it'll be fun. There's a few people coming. We'll have lovely drinks for the evening. And everyone gets to see the shoes and my latest collection and everything. So happy out.
Okay. Hold on.
So we have a permanent home here, well, for the next year anyways, hopefully, here in Curated on Royal Hibernian Way. So we're just off Grafton Street. It's an unreal spot. Like, the footfall is going to be amazing. I can't wait. It'll be great to get some customers in, see the shoes in person and everything. So I think that like makes a huge difference. So we're really excited.
Oh my God!
Give it to me and I'm going to
You're actually better than realised. Thank you. Nice and colourful. I'm obsessed.
I can't believe it. If you told me this, whatever, 2 years ago, that I'd have my shoes in a store here, like, I actually wouldn't believe you.
Big moment for Bab. I was very happy for her, you know, seeing the shop opening up, like, out of the bedroom now, you know, with you know, painting there. There's been a lot going on, like, it's kind of like, you know, strike while the iron's hot and keep going, you know, and exciting things in the future, but I'll keep that quiet.
Happy, yeah, it's a success. People are coming in, looking at the shoes, so I'm delighted.
There has been challenges, like sometimes you're at home and it gets quite lonely when you're, well, I'd say my studio, but I don't even have a studio yet. So at home, like sitting painting in the room, it gets quite lonely. You get a bit sad being like, oh, this isn't great. Like I'd love to work in an office maybe and be around people. But you know, when you work hard and you meet other people and you get to have events like this, it's great. It's kind of weird. I feel like I'm in a dream that I have a store with my shoes here. And that I'm having my very own launch party, so it's a bit mad. I'm delighted, like.